Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward run. And even when it comes to set pieces, he'll hang around for minutes thereafter in the hope that he might just get an opportunity. So yes, he's a centre-back, but a very different one.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Barrera! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Argentina have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very...
Messi! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Messi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well read, nice interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Looking for the run. Oh, well played.
Del Piero clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
And it's Griezmann! They've scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And here's Griezmann. Griezmann! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And the pass is intercepted. Marcelo. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's very neat. He is... And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate. And we've reached half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. So let's get the ball rolling. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Can he spark a counter here? Plays a sharp little ball here. Pirlo. Now it's Pato. Del Piero. Messi. Played into space. Pepe calmly anticipates. Now it's Del Piero.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And he was alert to it. Argentina are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And he's there to retrieve it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a little off target. Now it's Eto'o. Pato. And he's got the beating of his man. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nedved. And here's Griezmann. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's been caught on it. Decent chance! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And we have our very first corner. Petit is there, and he can get that clear. Delivers the ball. Towering header! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And claimed it back swiftly. Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that is out of play. And he's had it nicked away. Owen absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Chance for a shot! So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Lam is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Koeman powering forward here. Mbappe is onto this. Pepe looking to provide the solidity his team so need. That has ended up in no man's land. Alarm. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. He's got away. Now that is a hefty challenge. And time is up. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
Fallen! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. The ball has bounced loose now. Maldini. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a little off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Lovely, now then. That's a sharp pass. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Griezmann, and here's Pato. Gets a good foot in there. Has a look and plays it forward. Kimmich. Albert Ferrer. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Griezmann is onto this. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! And he hits the net. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Del Piero. Can he finish? And it's a goal! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And he shoots! And that's a good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
This is
and that signals the end of the first period. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Van Dijk. Griezmann. Some really good ball movement. Lovely. It's Pato! Oh, good finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Lacking for neither time nor space. Oh, what a mistake! And here's Del Piero. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nicked it back promptly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Baresi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mbappe! Shot could be on. Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. He leaps for it! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Well, that has not gone well. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely bit of skill. 75 minutes played.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Forlan. No, no way through. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
That is great defending, so alert. That's going to go a long way.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pepe calmly anticipates. The end. Time is up. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipate.
To Ketelara! Superb from Charles de Ketelara! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Calm, composed, and the shot! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Chance here to counter. Now it's Luis Suarez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to pass it through. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Griezmann. Pirlo. It's Pirlo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Griezmann. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Not the most accurate pass. This is a promising build-up. And here's the Ketelara. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. That was travelling. And here's Del Piero. Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Pirlo. And he plays one through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. The midway point of the game.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Pullet having a look. And this an opportunity to pull level. Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity.
Chance, surely! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And yes, it's him again. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Mbappe had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Dunkirk are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when...
Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here.
Dunkirk really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their...
And he shoots! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And they're back on the ball again. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now, what about this cross? And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, easy pickings there. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nakata. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Nakata. Plays a sharp little ball here. Drives it in. Header! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be...
And Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Oh, good effort. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Pass somewhat off target.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And he's taking no chances there. And that's really well manoeuvred. Messi. Vieira. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game.
And Del Piero! Wonderful from Del Piero!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for the run. Thuram cuts it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Del Piero. Griezmann! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. So, what can they make of this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. That has ended up in no man's land. Nedved goes for a shot! Alessandro Del Piero, another ice-cool goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
A header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. It's Basho! And that's a tidy finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So could they be onto something here? Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Pato. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Threads one in. And it's Ronaldinho. Nedved. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Ronaldinho. And he's found Ronaldinho! And it's a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Van Dijk clears. Del Piero. Well, that has not gone well. And we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. And we get things going again. Maldini. Nedved. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Dembele. It's Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Dembele! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cruyff. Maldini. Pirlo. The arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, what a stop! Had to be at his very best. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Van Dijk. Nedved looking to pass their way up the pitch. Looking to play him in. Can he get it through? That is good alertness. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That pass has been well intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. It's Basho! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Portugal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Dembele. And claimed it back swiftly. Cruyff! Now he wants to get in on the act here. Corner number 3 coming up. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons.
He's having a hit! Superb from Pato!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Davids! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, now he can run away with it. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Schneider. Schneider going forward. Looking to play him in. Can he latch on to this? Vieira is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Griezmann, and that interception was most necessary. No way through. It's Pato! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Towering header! Oh, off the bar! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
And it's Pato. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pato unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shapes to shoot! And that's a good finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, that's fabulous. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, he's having a go!
Schneider really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated.
Schneider. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And this is Pato. Looking for the run. And this is Pirlo. In comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a pretty loose pass. And this is Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven cost. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. The second period is underway. Donatoni. Donatoni getting forward. Donatoni. And he's got his range wrong there. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Maldini. Griezmann. He's come in hard. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Corner number 3 coming up. It's Pirlo! Oh, it's come off the upright. Cross goes in there. Yamal, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. And that's a good ball. Real chance! Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Nedved. And here's Messi. Filippo Inzaghi! Well taken goal. And they get themselves in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's Donatoni, and he's managed to get free.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Very much into the last knockings. And this is Inzaghi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
This is a promising build-up. And the number on the board is 3. And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Pepe gets it clear. And he was quick to react. Cannavaro. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, super ball! And it's Cannavaro. It's Bergomi. First quarter of an hour gone. Now, can they get him away? There's the shot! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's what... And Del Piero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Succumbs to the pressure.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Good read, needed to be.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Nicely aimed pass. And he's straight offside. Maldini. Nedved. Griezmann. And he's had it nicked away. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And this is Pato. Griezmann. Paris Saint-Germain are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter.
Shapes to shoot! And that's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Oh, this looks sharp. No way through. Aimed beyond the defence. Xavi Alonso. He won't be happy with that one. Shot could be on. Griezmann! Now, who's going to be first to this? He'll try. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That is good strength. And he's got his cross in. And that brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Away we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do...
Takes a shot! Goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Closing in on goal. And the shot! Brilliant save from Buffon! Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That pass has been well intercepted. Tries to pass it through. No, that's been intercepted. Kimmich. And it's Xabi Alonso. And this is Del Piero. Messi. Inzaghi. And the counter is on. That's Nedved. Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Messi. And it's Hullet.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
A header! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Inzaghi. No, he's had it taken off him. Cannavaro. And it's Nedved. Now there's a and Hullet! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Quality ball. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Messi. And a chance! And a neat finish! They have stolen level at the last! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So all square with almost no time remaining. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And they've got rid. Nemecha. They'll have to settle for that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Gyökeres! And that was probably asking just too much. And it's Nedved. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Del Piero. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the shot! And he's done it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Fagiano Okayama are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And this is Cruyff. And that pass just didn't quite work. Driving on and making good progress. Little pass back.
He's got no
chance, surely!
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That is good alertness. And he's intervened well there. Pirlo, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. And here's Griezmann. Oh, nicely intercepted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Del Piero. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Passing is crisp and sharp. In with the challenge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Vieira. Oh, that's a key interception.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Looking to play him in. Big chance! And that's a sharp finish. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Can he finish? And there's a goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that is all they have time for. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it.
It's Griezmann! And a neat finish! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
Alvarez! Magnificent from Alvarez! A finish of true class! And they're back in front!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Fagiano Okaya. Oh, good effort! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Maldini cuts it out. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now, can they get him away? Nedved. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, well played, well played. And he can thump it away. Just about up to 75 minutes. Can he get on the end of this?
Okayama clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's gone looking for safety. Quality ball. Well, this could be it for something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah.
Shot a goal! It's a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have movement on both benches. So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And this is Bale. Oh, that's nice. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And claimed it back swiftly. Owen. Pull it. Conte. And that's a nicely shaped ball. That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way.
I don't think I've seen a player as complete as the Czech cannon.
Ah, Nedved.
Yeah, the cannon gives us a little indication of the power he can produce from either foot, but he sets about his job like a Tasmanian devil, a whirlwind of activity.
So strong on either side.
He is.
Nicely spread. Oh, that's a key interception. Suarez is herring after that one. That's been cut out, well played. Del Piero, looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rummenigge stood up well to him there. Vieira. It's Pirlo. Great vision. Benatia promptly onto that, and that is that. Desai, always a very imposing presence at the back.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And it's Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Griezmann. Thuram cuts out the pass. That pass has been well intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. Griezmann! Now, who's going to be first to this? Del Piero. Very nicely done. And the ball's come loose here. Rummenigge. Driving forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's the shot! It's in! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, easy pickings there.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That is good alertness. Nedved. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. This might spell danger. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second. Goes for goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Griezmann. Pirlo, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. Benatia defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And this is Hazard. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Norway really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Dijk. And here's Hullet. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Vieira. Nedved. And here's Griezmann. Nedved. It's Nedved! That's tidy. Oh, some tackle that.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pele. Alvarez.
Norway really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Hullet. Shapes to shoot! And that's another good win of the ball. Quality ball. And that could set him on his way. Oh, great chance! Alvarez! And it's in! Norway are back in business. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Plays it across. Shot a goal! And he's taking no chances there. And again! He doesn't look too happy with that. And it's Neymar. Now it's Alvarez. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Chance! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Norway found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelm.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had...
Oh, shooting chance! He scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Port finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now, what about a counter-attack? And this is Del Piero, played out to the left flank. And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Del Piero. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Olmo. Knocks it into space. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Dembele. Dembele! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a hit! Now, in he goes again. Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Can he get it through? Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Xavi Alonso, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. And this is Del Piero. Good take, and is he in? And he can thump it away. Pato. Del Piero. Del Piero. Oh, that's fabulous. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lampard providing an outlet on that flank. Cleared without hesitation. Shapes to shoot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Van Dijk. And it's Pirlo. Ambitious ball here. And that has been knocked clear. And the referee has blown for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That is ended up in no man's land.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
It's anyone's ball now.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Del Piero. There will be a throw-in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Lampard tries to pass it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to clear it. That's a good ball. It's Bale! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Dembele.
Port really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Bale! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And this is Cruyff. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, this is a great position. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. 1-0 as we head towards the end. He's got away. Bale! Oh, and that should have been two.
Bale has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that should get the job done. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Pinches it off him. And it's Pirlo. Ah, it looks a good ball through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what do you think?